Start over, start small, just start. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really that simple. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Dave B. Watch Dave B on TV, where we go beyond the everyday bullshit that people be consuming on a day-to-day basis. And I'm here to kick some just, straight up real talk, when it comes to what's going on right now. Usually, I still talk about astrology and all that. But for sure, when it comes to this time period, even if you're not into astrology, just remember those three things. You know what I'm saying? You want to start over, this is the time to do it. It's springtime. It's new moon energy, fresh energy. Time to spring into action and actually put out what it is that you've been kind of like trying to mold and figure out. You know what I'm saying? There's not no thing you got to think real hard about right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not something that you have to figure out and get perfect the first time. The point is to start it. You know what I'm saying? And so if you're starting over, look at this as an opportunity to do that with a clean slate. If you're starting, the point is to start. Don't think you got to do the biggest thing first. Start small. You know what I'm saying? Start small so things can accumulate properly. Sometimes, and I'm no stranger to this. I know how this goes. When you want to do something extravagant, even sometimes you don't even know what it is that you want to do. So you like, man, I got to do something. It's all this new energy. I want to do something huge, and that I get it, because I'm that type of person. I'm an expansive type person. So I like to get out. I want to do the big thing first. But sometimes you gotta, God just wants you to work with what you got at the end of the day. So you take all the pressure off, because the second you add all that extra unnecessary pressure, then that's when you start to become extremely discouraged, when you realize, damn, I only got the strength or only got the energy or the time to do this little thing. But that little thing is the first step into something that can accumulate to something big. It's all about knowing how to treat yourself along the way. You know what I'm saying? You got to know how to handle yourself, because a lot of times people put this, insurmountable amount of pressure on themselves. And that in and of itself creates a certain level of anxiety and a certain level of kind of, it can lead to self-deprecation. It could lead to you just wanting to procrastinate. It could lead to you just being uninspired, because of all the things that you put in front of your face to basically go through before you can get to the fun part. You know what I'm saying? Life, I know how the state of the world is right now. The state of the world, for some reason, has got people convinced that, things are a lot more bleak and difficult than they really need to be. At the end of the day, part of life is learning how to find the fun and learning how to keep the fire of the fun alive. So, it's a matter of knowing how to navigate these different things that might be presenting themselves as road blockages and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody going to understand, and not everybody going to be happy with decisions you make. Not everybody's going to get it, especially, in the let's say leading up to this point, you made a lot of commitments to certain things and people and situations, and you may have had ideas that at one point were you thought that was the end all be all. But the truth is, man, things change, people change, circumstances change, minds change. The only thing you could do is kind of hold integrity. And I'm not saying don't flop on your commitments and don't do people dirty. I'm saying quite the opposite is, keep the lines of communication open, at least, so that if things need to be clarified, they can. And again, like, even that as pressure, you're not always gonna say the right thing at the right time. You're not always gonna know who's thinking about you in a negative way to circumvent and kind of prevent certain things from blowing up. But when things are presented to you, the best course of action is just to handle it face on. Now, let's get into a little bit of the astrology for sure. So, for those who are into this type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? We are this is the eclipse. This is a solar eclipse time. So really this whole period of time acts as a portal of some sort. So, when it comes to what we call portals and stuff, these are just, when you think of your life, right? And you think of the life you're living, the timeline you're on. So the things that happened in the past that led to where you at in the present moment, and then where you want to take yourself in the future. And see, where you want to take yourself is also different from what you're doing to get you there. You know what I'm saying? Because you might want certain things that to play out in the future in a certain way. But the question really is, are you doing things and taking the necessary actions that are going to make that realistic? And a lot of people kind of get that misconstrued and get that fucked up. You have to actually be putting effort and energy into where you want to go. Even though the present moment might not look like that's possible or feasible, this is where the beginning of, my whole topic of today being, start over, start small, and just start. That in and of itself is the point, is to make that small step to start to lead to something that can accumulate into, you having more momentum, and that momentum being able to be something that can be sustained throughout an extended period of time until you actually reach a certain goal that you desire. And this is the best time to do that, because the new moon energy is where essentially it's the part of the moon cycle where the most manifestation, this is where you kickstart things to begin the process of manifesting something, right? We're always manifesting things, but this is where by doing it on a new moon and during the waxing period, this is where you're essentially fulfilling the moon with as much energy in the space that you want to accumulate from, right? And what I mean by that, I don't want to just say put good energy into it, because to be honest with you, going through life experiences, you're going to be hit with all kinds of energy. Sometimes you get hit with a bad day. There's going to be bad days in between your pursuit of what it is you're trying to manifest. But the point is, again, navigating it and transmuting it into something that could be beneficial, and then you could look at as something that helps you along the way. Sometimes people get confused. They think, oh, well, if I'm trying to manifest something and I have a bad day or something goes wrong, I'm wrong, or it's not working. And that's when people give up and they start to create negative thoughts and feelings that go against what they want. And that's that resistance in life that oftentimes gets people kind of in karmic cycles and just kind of making bad decisions and choices along the way, where the whole point of things, and when we even talk about spirituality and stuff, is so that you can design your own spiritual system that helps you begin to continue to navigate these different things, these nuances of life, the trials and tribulations of life that are inevitable. Because let's not come up with any kind of weird fantasy land idealized image of life, as to think that there's some kind of way to live or spiritual system you can adopt or religion you can be under that will prevent you from going through hardship, because that's not how life works. Life in and of itself is the challenge, you know what I'm saying? But it's the gift and the curse. And the gift of it is the opportunity for you to take advantage of the moments in your day and create something for yourself that you can smile at and be proud of. But smiling, the sunshine doesn't come without the rain at times. Now, the energy of this new moon is in Aries. So Aries is the energy of passion. It's about it's fire and it's cardinal. So this means that it's about taking leadership on one's own perspective of how they feel and see things as far as an individual, so this is not really about anybody else's idea, point of view, even advice, especially advice, because right now we're in the age of bad advice, in the age of overloads of information that can keep you distracted and keep you kind of here, there, everywhere. You're thinking you got to compare certain things and thinking you got to do things in a certain way, when at the end of the day, the only way you need to be moving and doing things is the way that is right for you. So you need to, really, I'd advise, if I had to give advice, right, because I really don't want to, and I don't look at it as advice, but this is just a suggestion based upon what the energies that we're observing got going on, is to do as the energy does. Well, so we got this new moon in Aries. Start to tap into your own individuality and trust your own vision of what it is that you are doing and how you want to go about it. Again, start small, start over. Because this is this is birth time. This is springtime. So this is the time to experiment and let things get a little messy, but the experimentation should be also fun. And just like children at play, what I'm saying? Don't forget to play when it comes to life. Not to say that everything in life is a game. A lot of us are going through very serious things, very serious shit going on, very intense things going on. But the whole thing, when I say play, I just mean allowing yourself the freedom to be curious and try new ways and approaches to life that can help you see different aspects of what could be. You feel what I'm saying? So, everyone, I wish y'all a happy new moon. I'm going to be going in more and more about these different topics. You can check me out on YouTube, Davion TV. Also, if you fuck with hip hop music, want some good music, good new music to listen to, go ahead and check me out. I just dropped a mixtape called Swam. It's on YouTube, Davion TV. Much love, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.